Cybersecurity is the application of various technologies helping prevent cyber attacks, but is it enough? In the age of advanced technologies, cyber attacks are becoming more common.
A series of cyber attacks over the last couple of weeks at water facilities and hospitals. Joining us right now to talk about protecting the nation's cyber infrastructure is Anne Neuberger. She is White House Deputy National Security Advisor for Cyber and Emerging Technology. And why don't you give us just the lay of the land right now? We know about these recent attacks that I think are backed by the Iranians. Are we seeing an increased number of attacks from nation states?
Good morning to you. Yes, so critical services like hospitals, like water systems around the country are facing persistent attacks from hostile countries and criminals. It's a high priority here at the White House. We've been surging actionable intelligence and advice on how to tackle it. And we really need the partnership of both the companies and the small local and state governments who own this infrastructure to take on and tackle that threat together.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence will grow these attacks exponentially. Over 4 million people can't pay their mortgage as Mr. Cooper was compromised.
Explain ransomware and what was the likelihood this hack was caused by something like ransomware?
Yeah, ransomware is really it more speaks to sort of the end intent of the whatever actor is carrying out the malicious activity, right? They're really after a monetary gain, some type of ransom, but that's not necessarily the case here. We don't really know those type of details yet. And depending on the actor, they may just be looking to cause disruption, harvest information. So there's many different motivations for these types of malicious actors that are out there. And sometimes money is the least of sort of the value. Information on operations, intellectual property is something that a lot of these actors are after as well. So ransomware perhaps is the thing that we can relate mostly to. Everybody understands the impact of losing money, so I think we feel what that pain looks like. The harder thing to sort of quantify in these types of situations is what's the damage to the reputation of an organization.
911 dispatch center in a California city was disrupted and taken offline.
A cyber attack has crippled 4 major Australian ports in a serious attack on transport infrastructure. Imports and exports are stranded on the docks in what's likely to be a sophisticated extortion plot.
Major seaports around the country shut down indefinitely by a mystery cybersecurity threat.
Shipping and ports are critical infrastructure in Australia, and they do need to be maintained and protected. And it is very important that the federal government steps in and assists DP World.
It's the second cyber threat to hit Melbourne this week. Cryptocurrency exchange CoinSpot was targeted on Thursday. More than $2 million drained from its accounts.
Well, the terminal operator DP World has just issued a new statement.
Beck, DP World says they moved to disconnect their internet straight away, which is causing problems for their ordinary operations, but was a necessary step to try and minimise the impact.
There is a new generative AI tool out there that is designed specifically for malicious activities, and it's called WormGPT. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this tool, how it works, what it can do, where to find it, and why it's so dangerous. So what is WormGPT exactly? Well, it's a generative AI tool based on the GPT-J language model, which was developed in 2021. It's similar to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT has some ethical safeguards against misuse, such as preventing it from producing harmful or inappropriate content. WormGPT, on the other hand, has no such ethical boundaries or limitations. It's designed specifically for malicious activities, such as crafting phishing emails, creating malware, and advising on illegal activities. Everything Black Hat related that you can think of can be done with WormGPT, allowing anyone access to malicious activity without ever leaving the comfort of their home.
Darren Hokinson. I'm the CEO of Switch, a Canadian telecom carrier that specializes in last mile connectivity. We typically work with other carriers, governments, enterprises, and institutions. One of our main specialties is last mile networks like fiber, microwave, and satellite. We help our customers not only build resilient networks, but with multiple uplink capabilities and also dark networks which help kind of eliminate outside threats. AI is here, and with it brings rapidly changing environment for telecom networks. Cyber attacks are increasing in frequency and will continue to do so. The way we need to look at things is not if you will be hacked, it's when. And case in point, Las Vegas MGM, a very well-funded and staffed organization which relies solely on its network for successful operations, was recently hacked, and it compromised not only their gaming, booking, heck, it even prevented some guests from turning lights on or off, adjusting blinds in their rooms. So it was a widespread, breach, which they ended up paying to have their network restored, which means their emergency response plan for a cyber attack was ineffective. But how does this play out with more critical infrastructure like power plants, pipelines, traffic control systems? This can affect public safety. Organizations have spent decades bringing things online into the cloud for convenience, but this brings inherent risk. And in my opinion, we should be moving any critical systems, especially when public safety could be compromised, back to a network, a dark network or off-net. I look forward.
We have been so focused on data protection. We ignored the larger threat, network distribution infrastructure. Most public and emergency services are at risk due to either being directly or indirectly connected to the public internet. The internet should be for entertainment purposes only. It's time to go dark. Eliminate outside threats using dark fiber, dark satellite, and dark microwave. Our goal is to help protect people and critical infrastructure. A secure network should be our #1 priority. Benefits of a dark network: public confidence, 24/7, mission-critical operation, and high security and resiliency. Each critical network needs to be assessed, redesigned, and implemented. How we help protect your critical networks: no public internet connection anywhere, biometric racks, agnostic SD-LAN hardware, global reach, and intrusion detection. We need to cooperate with public, private, and local stakeholders in order to combat this critical issue. We need to respond to this threat with urgency and a practical solution, not password changes.